24th chapter.
Glory to you, O Lord.
But on the first day of the week, at early dawn, they came to the tomb, taking the spices that they had prepared. They found the stone rolled away from the tomb, but when they went in, they did not find the body. While they were perplexed about this, suddenly two men in dazzling clothes stood beside them. The women were terrified and bowed their faces to the ground. But the men said to them, "Why do you look for the living among the dead? He is not here, but is risen. Remember how he told you while he was still in Galilee, that the Son of Man must be handed over to sinners and be crucified, and on the third day rise again." Then they remembered his words, and returning from the tomb, they told all of this to the 11 and to all the rest. Now it was Mary Magdalene, Joanna, Mary the mother of James, and the other women with them who told this to the apostles. But these words seemed to them an idle tale, and they did not believe them. But Peter got up and ran to the tomb, stooping and looking in. He saw the linen cloths by themselves. Then he went home, amazed at what had happened. The gospel of the Lord.
Praise to you, Lord Christ.
You may be seated. Grace and peace from God our Father and our Lord and Savior, Jesus the Christ. As some of you may already know, our scripture readings, referred to as the lectionary, are in a 3-year cycle. In 1 year, we hear mostly from the Gospel of Matthew, the next year from the Gospel of Mark, and the 3rd year from the Gospel of Luke. And then the cycle repeats itself. Passages from the Gospel of John are included throughout all 3 years. For instance, last Sunday we heard the Passion narrative from the Gospel of Luke, as we are in the year of Luke. But at the Good Friday service, we heard the Passion narrative from the Gospel of John. Where 2 or more of the Gospels tell about the same event, there are often differences. And sometimes those differences are significant. It's not that any of our Gospel writers are wrong or are lying. They just remember events differently. Or they focus on different details of the same events. Remember, none of the Gospels were written down as these events happened. They were written anywhere from 40 to 60 years after the events occurred. So it's natural that there are differences. If there weren't, we wouldn't need all 4 Gospels. Instead, having all 4 gives us different viewpoints, which enriches the Gospel story. In our Gospel for this Easter morning, we hear from Luke. Now, all the Gospel writers tell about the discovery of the empty tomb on Sunday morning, and all indicate that Mary Magdalene was present. In John's Gospel, it's only Mary Magdalene. It's the source of the hymn In the Garden, where it says, "I come to the garden alone." In Matthew, it's Mary Magdalene and the other Mary. In Mark, it's Mary Magdalene, Mary the mother of James, and Salome. But in Luke, we have the largest group of women appearing at the tomb, at least 5, for we have Mary Magdalene, Joanna, Mary the mother of James, and at least 2 other women, because it says women, plural. Of course, it is significant that it is women at all who are the first witnesses in any of the gospel accounts, let alone all of them, as women in those days were not considered reliable or legitimate witnesses. They weren't even allowed to testify in legal proceedings. So if one were making up a story to convince others that Jesus had been risen from the dead, a writer of that time period would never have chosen women to be the first witnesses. It's one of the reasons scholars believe the truth of this narrative, that Jesus was indeed raised from the dead. If the tale had been made up, it would have featured far more credible witnesses. But what is the significance of these women, and so many of them, present in Luke's telling of the story? First, both Mary Magdalene and Joanna have been mentioned before, and are among those who supported Jesus' ministry. They are so supportive that they are coming to anoint Jesus' dead body. And the fact that the angel tells the women to remember what Jesus said indicates that all of these women were true followers of Jesus. Otherwise, the angels would have no reason to expect the women to have heard and therefore remembered all that he taught. But in fact, our text says that the women did remember. And so they go tell the 11 and all the rest. It would appear that the women not only heard and remembered, but that they believed as well. The same cannot be said for the men they tell their story to. These men think the women's statements are but an idle tale and don't believe it. Still, Peter goes to the tomb to see for himself. He sees the empty tomb and linen cloths, but neither sees or speaks to any angels. And of course, the women who did see and speak with the angels have not seen the risen Christ yet. And that's where this morning's gospel reading ends, with the women believing, even though they haven't seen, and with Peter amazed, but apparently not yet believing, and the rest of the apostles thinking it's an idle tale. There's no appearance yet of the risen Christ. Now, as Luke's gospel plays out over the coming weeks of the Easter season, we will hear about Jesus' various appearances after resurrection. But in this morning's gospel reading, for Easter morning, the women only have the angel's word that Jesus has been raised from the dead as he taught them. And even that is not believed by the others. We're in a similar boat today. We only have the gospel writer's word about Jesus' resurrection. We will never see the risen Christ as they saw him 2,000 years ago. And yet, like the women, we remember what Jesus said and what he taught, and we believe, and we spread the good news to others, hoping that they too will believe, even if some think it might be an idle tale. I invite you to stand as you are able for our hymn of the day, number 361.